Hello and welcome to my review of the Death Cult Executioner Knosso Prond. Currently the only way to get this model is through the Kill Team Rogue Trader box set, which will cost you £80. You can't get her separately, but it includes lots of other nice looking models. You can use her in Warhammer 40K, and I'll go through her rules in a moment after I've had a look at the model, looked at the detail, and I've run through some size comparisons. So, how easy was she to build? Very easy. All of these models in the set are pretty much easy to build and push to fit. Great attention to detail. She's got some kind of Vox Shambler head or Nurgle head there, corrupted head. She's got those concussion grenades, which everybody grabbed before they jumped off the ship. She's got a little bit of a scenic base going on, look. She's got some ornate marble stairs that she's travelling up. Her body glove is absolutely fantastic. Lots of detail there, and she's even got some plates on her cheeks just in case she wants to slide around, and she's got one of these power plant type things too. Her katana, I think it is, I'd want to call it one of those, is looking very nice, got a nice tanto tip to it, and she's got an interesting looking death mask type helmet thing that she's wearing with her hair bunched back, and a few kind of darts too. So lovely looking model, lots of detail, easy to put together. I like all of the models in this set, but I probably would say I prefer all the models in the Blackstone Fortress set a bit more, just because there's more variety in my opinion. Anyway, let me show you some size comparisons. So compared to other models in the set, Lucia Vane, which is the main woman in all of this, she is a fair bit taller than this assassin or executioner, whatever you want to call her. Compared to like a normal Voidsman, is similar sort of height, but she is traversing up these steps, which bump up her height a little bit more. Compared to models in the set, in terms of Gellerpots infected, you've got the little Nurgling there, and then you've got one of the Vox Shamblers, basically a plague bearer, similar sort of height to a plague bearer, and then finally in the background you've got one of these hull breakers, which, yeah, she could go toe to toe with, but they are absolutely immense compared to her still. Next to a Space Marine, Chaos Space Marine of course, she is a fair bit smaller than him, almost up to his faceplate. And then next to some couple of models that you're probably more familiar with, such as a Space Marine. She's a similar height to a Space Marine. Space Marine's, yeah, almost the same size. And then next to an Intercessor. Intercessor does dwarf her a little bit more, and it's got way more bulk on that 32mm base. Okay, so that's quite a quick run through of what she looks like and some size comparisons. So her rules then, you'll find her in the mini codex for the Lucidian Starstriders that you get in the box set. She's an elite choice and a power points cost of a 3. She's a match play points cost of 25, which puts her at the more expensive end of all the other models. She's still 20 points less than a Lucia Vane. What do you get for those points? Well, you get the fastest unit in the set. Movement speed is 7 inches. Her weapon skill is 3+, ballistic skill 4+, strength 4, toughness 3, 2 wounds, attacks 4, leadership 8, and save 5+. That's very strong, except for the toughness and the 5+ save, but it's great that she's got a strength 4 and her weapon skill is 3+. Knosso Prond is a single model armed with a Death Cult power blade, dart mask, and concussion grenades. Only one of this model can be included in your army. So first of all, that mask, it's called a dart mask. It's a range of 9 inches. It's a pistol 1, strength 1, AP, -1, damage 1. However, this weapon always wounds on a 2+ unless the target is Titanic or a vehicle. Brilliant. Unfortunately, you've still only got a 50-50 chance of it hitting, because it's the 4+, but it can wound on the 2+. What you get for the wound on 2+ though is just the AP -1 and a damage of 1. Not that good afterwards, basically. Death Cult Power Blade is a melee weapon, strength of the user, which is 4, so that's decent. AP -2, damage 1. It's a standard kind of power power blade. And then the concussion grenade, which everyone seems to have, is a range of 6 inches, grenade D3, strength 3, AP 0 and a damage of 1. If the target is within 1 inch of a terrain feature, add 1 to this weapon's strength and damage characteristics. Her abilities: Warrant of Trade, which just means she can embark on any Imperium transport, Rogue Trader Retinue, which just means that if you've got a Lucia Vane, you've got to set her up within 6 inches of her. And then Uncanny Reflexes, the model has a 5+ invulnerable save. Well, if you had her near Vandergraus, she'd get a 5+ invulnerable save anyway. And then finally, Zealot. You can reroll failed hit rolls for this model in a turn in which it charged, made a heroic intervention, or was charged by an enemy unit. That's pretty good in that you can reroll failed hit rolls. Her weapon skill is 3+ anyway, but if you do, on the off chance of getting a 2 or a 1, then at least you can reroll them. And she does have 4 attacks. Her keywords: Imperium, Elucidian Starstriders, Character, Adeptus Ministorum, Infantry, Deathcult Executioner, Knosso Prond. I am missing something with her. I don't think there's anything that special about her. The Dart Mask, yes, it wounds on a 2+, but it doesn't have any kind of mortal wound or anything like that. The Power Blade, again, doesn't add anything to the strength, and again, doesn't inflict any mortal wounds. So maybe I'm missing something, but she gets the 5+ invulnerable, which is alright, but she is squishy. She doesn't have the best range, and in her melee, she's getting the 4 attacks at weapon skill 3+, but you can reroll to hit them. It's just against larger, more tougher foes like toughness 5, toughness 6, she's going to be a bit out of her depth. Anyway, what do you guys think of the model? Really big fan of any kind of like an extra assassin kind of executioner model. And what do you guys think of the rules? Please do put it in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.